right, hello and welcome fall. Can you believe it? We're already talking about the holiday season with Halloween approaching and then Thanksgiving. Anyway, here we are. Let's talk some real estate stats in the economy. We're going to talk about Q3 year to date, 2024 to 2023. I'm going to give you a quick overview, talk about how the Santa Barbara market's doing compared nationally, and also it's an election year, what's going on with the election and how that affects real estate, most importantly, locally. So let's jump in with an overview. We'll dig into the luxury market a bit. We'll talk about condo market, and then we'll be on our way. So nationally, real estate's been a little sluggish this year. However, Santa Barbara has remained reliable and stable. It's proven to be a good investment still. We've had average and median home prices both going up 10% on average. Median home price has gone up by 5%. Why has the average gone up so much more? Well, it's been a pretty good year for the luxury market. Our highest sale was a 10-acre oceanfront ranch on Padaro Lane, and that sold off market for $98 million. On the other side of the fence is the lowest price sale, which was up to $154 in the Painted Cave neighborhood, and that sale sold for $715,000. So that brings the average sales price in South County, Santa Barbara to $3,537,000, and the median price to $2.2 million, up 5% from $2.1 million of last year in 2023. Again, the ultra luxury market has had an incredible year. We've seen 9 sales exceeding $20 million this year, whereas of last year we only saw 2 sales at this time over $20 million. So what's going overall? Overall sales volume is again up. We're up 9.5% to 625 sales this year, comparatively to 571 sales last year. Active listings are also up 18%. Currently we have 887 active listings on the market year to date, where last year at this time there was 748 listings on the market. So that's up 18% as well. Let's jump right over and talk a little bit about the luxury market. I separate the luxury market into 2 pieces. We're going to talk about Hope Ranch, and we throw in Campanile Hill on that just because there's not a lot of sales in Hope Ranch, and then we're also going to talk about the Montecito market. So Hope Ranch, it's really interesting. Sales have stayed on pace from last year to this year. 18 sales last year, 17 sales this year, year to date. However, the median home price has gone up by less than 5%, just over 1%. It went from 6.1 million last year to just over 6.2 million this year. So not much of a change there, just low inventory. And actually in Q3, we only had 3 total sales, and currently we only have 11 active sales in Hope Ranch, with 3 of those being under 5 million. Let's jump over to Montecito. Montecito is a little bit more interesting. There's a little bit of a bigger data set there. Last year we had 101 sales. This year 103 sales. Again, right there, relatively the same in sales. However, we've jumped up 9.5% in median sales price in Montecito. So last year, $5,297,000. This year, year to date, at the end of Q3, $5.8 million is the median sales price, with $1,756,000 in terms of price per square foot. Days on market are also down in Montecito. So Montecito is experiencing a wonderful year. I also want to point out something with interest rates. You know, a lot of people talk about what happens with interest rates. Should I buy now and then refinance later, wait for the rates to drop, competition, all that? If we just dig right into the stats, let me show you something the stats don't lie. This is extremely interesting. In May, single family homes, we had a huge jump to $2,535,000 is the median sales price. What attributed to that? Well, right before then, we were coming just under 6%. For the first time, interest rates had fell well below 7% and were solid 6.5%. So everyone locked in their rates, made purchases. Those closed in May. We had 81 sales close in May to get us to that 2.535 median sales price. What happened in that run from April to May? Rates shot up above 7%. Everyone got scared. They froze. And then following May, in June, we went down to 79 sales to 1.9 million as a median price. And then in July, all the way down to 58 sales, dropping 31% from the peak to 1.850 as a median sales price. Well, what happened as we're going into July? Rates dropped again. They got down into the low 6s. Everyone got excited. And guess what? At the end of September, we're back up to 2.5 million as the median sales price for the month. Again, over the year, we're at 2.2, but for the month of September at 2.5. So we had that interest rate drop from May to July of 31%, and we just increased back, got it all back with 30% increase here at the end of September. So That's totally driven by interest rates, and we could see that happening. It's happening in both sales price and in total amount of sales. Jumping over to the condo market, I just want to touch on that a moment. We've seen the same thing in the condo market. Sold properties up 5%, 221 properties sold this year compared to 210 last year. You'll see here on the screen. Median sales price is up 7.5%. 991,000 is your median sales price for a condo. Again, compared to 2.2 million for a single family home. Total active listings year to date, 256 listings in the condo market, up 3.6% from last year at 247. So what does all this mean? I'm pretty bullish on 2025. I do want to touch on the election just a bit. A lot of people freeze during the election years and go on pause to see what happened. I think it's just human nature to do that. However, we've seen very little effect on that elections have on real estate. I'm actually going to read something so I get it right. But home appreciation during the last 9 election years since 1987 has outpaced the 28 non-election years. On average, home prices rose by 4.84% during those election years. So now, does this mean that the election directly benefits or affects the housing market? Of course it doesn't, but it indicates that there's a broader economic and demographic factors that play a more significant role in home values than politics. So again, if you're suggesting you might hold off on real estate until after the election, I would argue that maybe we get in touch, you talk to your team and be in the market, because we do expect prices to increase and we expect 2025 to be competitive. I understand there's other outside factors in the economy and what's going on with the stock market and stuff that might affect your ability to purchase real estate. But if you're looking at just straight value of real estate, we expect it to have an increase of at least 4%, if not more. So again, I hope you found some value in this. Looking forward to big 2025. I think the economy is going to be doing great. I think real estate is going to be doing good. We already have a lot coming out in 2025 in Q1 as far as inventory, just within our group here personally. And I hear a lot of talk about what other realtors are gearing up in the local area for 2025. So we're looking forward to it, and we think it's going to be a great year. So anyways, happy holidays, and talk to you soon.